Hi everyone, it's me, B. I hope you're good. Okay, so yesterday I kind of done a flip through and unboxing of this review deck that I received from Luminal 11 called the Modern Day Witch Tarot deck. And today I'd like to do a deck interview. I was actually intending to do it yesterday with my unboxing, but I got so excited about having a deck in my hand I couldn't concentrate. And in addition, one of my subscribers has asked me to do a deck interview with this deck. But before I do the deck interview, I just want to say a couple of things that I didn't mention yesterday in my unboxing video. And that is that if you order the standard tarot deck from Luminal 11, it will look like this. It won't come in a tin with the reading mat and the pin and the badge, etc. But it will come in a bag similar to this. So this is the Lorna Soul tarot deck that was also done by Luminal 11, and it came in this bag. So the standard deck, if you buy it directly from them, will come in a similar bag, but obviously to incorporate the deck, because this is a bigger deck. So just to open it up. Another thing as well that I didn't mention yesterday due to my excitement was the actual thickness of this deck. This deck is really, really thick. So I'm just going to show you some cards. So this is the thickness of this is the whole deck for the Modern Day Witch Tarot deck. And if I compare it to the Lorna Soul deck that was also published by Luminal, so I see a big difference in terms of thickness. So let me just show you. So this is the Lorna Soul Tarot deck. And this is the Modern Day Witch. Can you see it's a lot thicker? So that's something that I thought I'd quickly mention. And also as well, let's put this, put this back. The backs of the cards are also reversible, as you can see. That's one side. And if I turn it over, that's the other side. And if I compare the cardstock to a Lorna Soul card, this Modern Day Witch is just slightly bigger. And if I compare it to my Radiant Wise deck, which is the same size as the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, they're about the same size. So this card is basically the same size as a regular RWS kind of deck. Okay, so I thought I'd do a deck interview spread with this deck to see how I'm going to work with it. So like I usually do, I'm going to put this in the focal point here so that I can concentrate, and I'm going to shuffle my cards offline. Give them a good shuffle because they're still in order. I haven't actually used this deck yet, and I might have to forward it on the video because I'm going to have to shuffle these cards for quite a bit just to make sure that they're all nicely mixed up. They shuffle quite well. They're not as smooth as the Lorna Soul tarot deck, but at the same time they do shuffle well. I'm an overhand shuffler, so I don't know how a riffle shuffler might find these cards because they are very thick in density. Let's give these cards a good shuffle. So I'm going to split them into three and shuffle them again because they were all in order, and I don't want to So that's 1, 2, 3. Put that there, put that there, put that there, put that there. I'm so sorry for the noise. I live next to a train station and I've got my window open. So let's give them another shuffle, just to make sure that they're nicely... To be quite honest, these cards are not as easy to shuffle as my other decks. Might be because of the thickness. No, I don't know if I like the way these cards shuffle, to be quite honest. Okay, I think I've shuffled these cards long enough. So let me split and pack my cards and then commence with my reading. Okay, so how I usually do it is split the cards into 3. Okay, oops, daisy. Okay, so let's commence. Okay, so the deck interview spread that I'm going to use is a 7-deck interview spread, and it's done by the lovely Katie Flowers. Okay, so let me lay out the cards. So, card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, card 5, card 6, and here, and card 7. Okay, let's cover it with my thingy. So let's turn these cards around so you can see these beautiful cards. Okay, so position 1 is the 2 of Pentacles. And the question for this position is, what can you teach me? So it's saying, what can this tarot deck teach me? And I interpret this as, this card will teach me how to be creative, you know, because the 2 of Pentacles to me is about creative solutions and clever uses of resources. So I do see the tarot deck as a resource. So I feel that this deck can help me maintain a balance between various areas of my life, or various areas of other people's lives, because obviously people usually come to the tarot for advice, or some come for predictive readings. So this card here is telling me that how this deck can teach me to find balance in other people's lives. Okay, so position 2 is describe yourself, and the card in that position is the Ace of Pentacles. Now for me, I see the Ace of Pentacles as someone that's career orientated. So obviously, you know, I do intend to use this deck to make money. So maybe this card is suggesting that this deck will kind of give me the answers that is needed when people come to me for advice, sorry, to enhance my career. And I also see the Ace of Pentacles as all about security and physical happiness. So I feel as well that this deck is a happy deck, and I feel secure when I'm reading with it. So that's how I'm interpreting this card. Okay, position 3 is describe me. So I think that is saying describe bossity, me, myself. And I've got here the King of Swords. You know, so the King of Swords is all about rules and logic. You know, can be a bit direct if I need to be, but you know, just like logic, fairness and rules, you know, people following the rules. So that is kind of a bit like me, I guess, even though I am a Leo. Okay, so position 4 is how can we work together? And in this position I've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords to me is about knowledge, being logical, and not underestimating one's abilities. So I guess that if I don't underestimate the answers or the advice that this deck gives to me, we can work well together. You know, it might give me a few sharp home truths, but I've just got to embrace that. So that's what I believe this card is telling me. Okay, so question 5 is your strengths. And here that you've got the Knight of Swords. So I feel that this is going to be a jumpy deck to me, to be quite honest, because you know, Knight of Swords tend to be fast movers. You know, if they've got something to say, they want to say it now and then. And I feel I have had a few jumpy decks recently where cards have been jumping out. So maybe this will be a deck that will probably just read with jumpers, jumper cards. Going to be a direct, you know, this is a direct deck, so maybe because it gives direct advice, you know, that might offend some people, but I just feel this is going to be a very direct, fast, fun deck, which those things actually do appeal to me. So this is the strength of this modern day witch deck. So question 6 is your weakness. And in that position, I've got the 7 of Pentacles. So to me, seven of Pentacles is about delays and long kind of waiting periods. You know, it's about seeing things grow, you know, letting things grow at their own pace. So maybe this card could be saying that number one, it could take a while for me to connect to this deck, you know, because it is so kind of like jumpy. I don't like jumpers. They kind of get on my nerves. Or it could be a thing as well that it could take long for the advice to come into being when I advise people with this deck. I don't know what it's saying, but it's just saying that it's going to be some kind of, it's a delaying deck. It's like a slow processing deck, which is in the weakness part of this question. So I don't really know. And question 7 is our potential together. And here we've got the 6 of Pentacles. Now, the 6 of Pentacles to me is all about gifts and generosity. And to be quite honest, this deck was a generous gift from Aluminum 11. So that kind of, this card kind of fits that perfectly. But also as well, I feel that this, in relation to how we're going to work together, I feel that this deck will give me like a wealth of information, wealth of generous information that will benefit the users. So I think we're going to have quite a good working relationship together. So this deck, there's quite a lot of swords. You know, there's the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Swords. And these are kind of like direct cards, because swords people, you know, they tell it how it is. They don't suffer no falls and stuff like that. So they're in possession, your strengths, how can we work together, and describe me. So I do feel that this deck's going to have a strong kind of personality. And then there's also like a lot of money cards. So there's potential together, which is this one. This one was your weaknesses. So for the glare, folks. This one is Describe Yourself, was the Ace of Pentacles. And then this one, What Can You Teach Me? So I feel that this deck is going to be like a nurturing, kind of like slow, kind of paced, steady deck. Dependable and reliable. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed my deck interview spread. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.